Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Share my video if you truly like it, and give me a big thumbs up so that I can make more videos like this. So anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make ghee, or this known as clarified butter. It's the best thing to cook with, and it has a long shelf life. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. So all you need is butter. You can use any butter of your choice. I decided to use Amul butter. I've tried it with President butter. It works well, and you can use any butter of your choice. And I usually make a batch of 1 liter. That's why I use 500 grams of butter. I use 2 packs of 500 grams of butter. And in the beginning, I put it on high flame, and I keep stirring it in order for it to melt down faster. And then after that, the entire process, basically you have to stir it, because if you don't stir it, it will overflow. Even if the flame is low, it will overflow, and the bottom will get burned basically. So you have to keep stirring it, and you have to keep checking if it's getting burnt basically. Now this if you're making 1 liter of it, it will take about 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes to make 1 liter. But if you can make a smaller batch of it, and it will take like 5 minutes if you want. If you use the 50 grams pack of it, it'll hardly take any time for you to make it. So you can, if you want, you can just try it out and see how it works for you, and if you like the taste, and then after that you can go on for the bigger batch. So I usually make a big batch. I make 1 liter, and I use it for 1.5 months, because I use you can use it for a longer time, but mine gets over within 1.5 months, because I use it for like everything. I use ghee, and I use coconut oil, and sometimes I use sunflower oil also, and olive oil. So I use a variety of oils. So I love ghee. So now coming to ghee, the original way they used to make ghee was by churning the milk. So they used to churn the milk, and it used to take hours, and they used to keep churning the milk, and at the end product was ghee. So that's how they used to make ghee in the olden days. And then I actually lived in the hills, and we used to get milk from a lady who actually had a cow. So, and I'm talking about A2 milk, not A1 milk. If you know the difference between it, if you don't know, I'll maybe put down a link of something showing you the difference of it. So anyway, so the A2 milk we used to get, and the amount of cream on top of it was insanely thick. So we used to collect the cream on top of it, and we used to make ghee out of it every week, and that ghee was delicious. So if you are, it's a little nostalgic for me right now, thinking of ghee that we used to eat while we grew up. Anyway, so if you're able to get your hands on A2 milk, I mean A2 milk or ghee, it'll be a little expensive, and if you're able to make ghee out of that cream, you can. It's the same process. Or if you're able to buy the ghee itself, it'll be expensive, but it will be worth it. That's what I'm saying. But if you're a person who are not able to do either, and you want to be a little healthier, and you want to eat a proper thick ghee and not the thin ones that you find in the store, you can go ahead and do this process of making ghee out of butter. So I found this, it never let me down. The taste is okay. I mean, compared to the other ghee that I used to eat while I grew up, the taste is it is pretty good actually, and it stays very thick. So I am quite satisfied with it, and that's when I decided to make ghee out of butter, basically, because I didn't want thin ghee, and I wanted thick ghee. So if you are like me and you want thick ghee and you want to make it at home, this is a hack through which you can make ghee out of butter. Anyway, so you keep checking. You have to keep checking the what is happening underneath the froth. That's what I keep doing over here. As you can see, if you were watching the whole video and not listening to me, I was checking what was underneath the froth. So over here I saw that the color of the ghee underneath was a little brown. So I switched off the stove, and as you can see, immediately it goes down. The entire thing goes down, and then you'll be able to see the layer disappear and the ghee underneath it. So then that's basically it. As you can see the ghee underneath it. So once you're able to see the ghee underneath it, just leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes for it to cool down, and after it cools down, you can pour it into a jar or anything of your sort. Just don't do it while it is just off the stove, because especially if it is a glass jar, it will crack and the entire thing will be wasted. But so you let it cool down for about 10 to 15 minutes. So the entire process, if you're making 1 liter, it will take about maybe 45 minutes to 50 minutes, but it is worth it. And this is how the sediments looks at the end of it. I actually overdid it a little bit over here, and that's why it's looking a little more brown, but then the ghee turned out well. So basically, after you leave it overnight, it looks like this, and it's ready to be used. So that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's basically how I make my ghee, clarified butter, and I hope it's beneficial for you. So that's about it. So until next time, don't forget to live life and love life, and as always, thanks for watching.